With Donald Sutherland's passing, a lot of people are sharing their memories online on CBC, on different international channels, both on television and online. But for us in Canada, what's really something that's always stood out was his love of the Montreal Expos. Obviously, the Expos are long gone, but in their glory years of the late 70s, early 80s, Sutherland could be found at the ballpark numerous times. He was also on hand when Montreal got past Philadelphia in Game 5 of the NLDS. That put him against the Dodgers the next round, even though we lost. But everybody knew that if Donald Sutherland was there, that's a fan that was representing a whole bunch of people across the nation, across the world who loved the squad. Now, best to call him a super fan. Now, in a post on Toronto Blue Jays baseball fans a couple of years ago, it noted he's a very emotional fan. In Chicago, to witness a game between the Cubs and the Expos, Sutherland was reached by his agent midway in the game, with Montreal trailing 4-0, with an offer for a movie. Angered how the team was performing, he said a quick no and went back to the game. The Expos rallied to win the contest 6-4, and so buoyed, Sutherland agreed to the movie part when his agent called him again. That part was Ordinary People, and on another occasion he explained, the game was the end of the season and Montreal was kind of bolting around first place. Sutherland recalled, my agent said, you have to settle it now. Robert Redford, wants to do the picture with you. Well, it was the third inning and Montreal was losing, so I said, I can't talk on the telephone now. I hung up and returned to my seat. Now, by the seventh inning, Montreal had done wonderfully well and was leading like 8-3 or so. So I went back down and in a mood of real elation, phoned my agent and said, I don't care what the deal is, I duel the film. Thank God for me, they won. Now, there's been different things online talking about Sutherland's connection to the Expos. A very interesting thing on CTV, talking about his connection with Montreal cartoonist Terry Mosier, also known as Aislinn. Now, according to the CTV article, although born in New Brunswick, the late actor Donald Sutherland fostered a deep affection in Quebec and Montreal, a love that was shown many times in person and in the media. Now, Sutherland, who died Thursday at age 88, had a home in the Eastern Townships and regularly spent time there. His neighbor Terry Haig says Sutherland was a proud Canadian and Quebecer who never became an American citizen or embraced the Hollywood lifestyle. He lived all over the world in different places, but this is where he felt most at home, in the townships in Quebec. He loved Quebec and he's married to a French Canadian, so he better have loved it, said Haig, referring to Sutherland's wife, actress Francine Racette. Haig lives as a neighbor for over 30 years in the town of Georgeville, about 140 kilometers southeast of Montreal. The last time I saw him when he was honored with the stamp last fall, out in Georgeville, and I remember him saying it was the biggest honor he ever received. He was such a Canadian. He was so proud of being Canadian. Now, Haig was consistently struck by Sutherland's insatiable curiosity and profound intellect, a testament to the actor's lasting influence. He once told me his hero was Giacometti, the great West Swiss sculptor, who stripped everything down and had nothing except that sort of wry stuff that he did. And that's how Donald, I think, approached his parts. He stripped everything away to find humanity and the truth of the characters he did. Said Haig was also an actor. He was a brilliant guy from start to finish. He was smart as a whip. Now, Haig said that Sutherland was also generous with acting advice. Even as like the low-rent actor I've been over the years, he was always generous and always willing to help me out with something. I had a problem with an audition or something, he would always say, well, why don't you try it this way? And sure enough, I'd be brilliant. Now, because Haig was once an Expo announcer, he also shared a love of baseball. Calling him the most alive man I've ever met, Haig said he would miss his friend. I'm going to miss his laugh. I'm going to miss his generosity of spirit. We're going to ball games, he said. Now, Montreal cartoonist Terry Mosher, known as Aislinn, also shared a love of baseball with Sutherland. He sat next to Sutherland at Expos game and said Sutherland was perhaps the most famous Expo fan the city has ever had. In his latest book about the Expos, he included a photo of Sutherland in a dugout and added the words, "Put me in, coach." While of his fame, Mosher said he found Sutherland somewhat shy and private. I didn't know him that well. He's a very private guy, very shy, said Aislinn. When it came to baseball, he wasn't shy. He had his opinion, a very knowledgeable fan. Now, Mosier has drawn a cartoon for the Saturday Montreal Gazette, paying tribute to the late actor and the love of his team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Expos are long gone, but I think in heaven, everybody's an Expo fan today because Donald Sutherland has arrived. And that the Big M cap is going to be something. You know what I really think the Blue Jays should do? In tribute to Donald Sutherland, they should wear the Montreal Expo hats like I said, just for the opening anthem. I think they should have a Donald Sutherland patch on the Blue Jays this year to see how much he meant to Canada. And probably what he could do is, he passed away at 88, just make it 88. Tremendous. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here with our Donald Sutherland tributes, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And like I said, he will be deeply, deeply missed. Just like the day John Candy passed away, we're gonna miss the dude. That's for sure. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.